1, 2, 3, go.
My name is Kaleigh McGill. I was born April 30th of 2003 in Springfield, Missouri. My parents are Jessica and Timothy McGill, and I have a 2-year-old brother named Kaylin. My dad works at Nissan in Smyrna. My mom works at River Park Hospital as a medical assistant, and my brother currently attends MTSU in Murfreesboro. My item is my bag to represent my annual bag, and I have had this bag since I was in 7th grade. It took me forever to find the perfect color. I will most likely use this backpack in college because I've just been using it for 6 years now. I usually wasn't going to pick this bag, but then I was like, might as well. And so my personality is much like that. I'm very undecided sometimes. I love to fill a room with laughter. It's always nice to make someone's day. My dad sometimes says that I encounter blonde moments, but I promise I will get what you mean. It's just a matter of how many times you're willing to repeat it. My first item is a photo of me, and it was when I was dressed as Snow White. I've always loved princesses. They've always been an inspiration of mine. This was on Halloween, and we were about to go trick-or-treating, but before we went trick-or-treating, my parents took me and my brother out to Chuck E. Cheese. I have always loved the fairy tales and the happily ever afters because it was like there was never going to be a bad or tragic ending in life or in movies. Leading into my second item, I've always been an active child. I have done track, softball, dance. I've also done karate, but then I decided to do competition cheer. Competition cheer, I think, is an actual sport. Many people believe that as well. You go different states each weekend, and you have to perform in front of 2,000 people or more and in front of judges. So we actually, like in my second year, my coach passed away, and it was a very tragic time for me. So this bow was made for one of our last competitions in which we had to perform without her there. It was very hard. I had to rearrange what I was going to do. And at the time, I was going to Centertown Elementary School. So in 7th grade, I decided to try out for the cheer team. Towards the end of my 7th grade year, my parents decided to send my brother to Kaleigh County High School when he graduated 8th grade. And in my 8th grade year, I was thinking I was going to go to Warren County High School and be with my friends, but that wasn't the case. So when I decided that I would have to go to Kaleigh County High School to cheer, I have been cheering for 4 years, and it was just a really nice time to know that I can cheer and not have to do competitive because I didn't want to have to go back into that realm because Miss Chessie was one of my role models of how hard she worked, and she just suddenly passed away. My third item is a stethoscope. This is a representation of my mother. She has always been a role model to me, and with how much she knows in the medical field, I bounced around a lot of ideas in the medical field, such as a doctor to a registered nurse, and even at one point a veterinarian, I know. But then I decided that I needed to actually pick a career. So one day I went to have an ultrasound done on my gallbladder and realized this was the job for me. She was an ultrasound technician, and she worked in a dark, secluded room, and it was just real laid back, and I really liked that. So I researched colleges and found only 13 that were in Tennessee. I realized that this was a problem, and I finally found what I wanted to do. But they were either too hard to get into, or they just weren't close enough to my home to where I could live at home. So then MTSU finally offered a program, and I am going to apply this winter, and if they accept my application, I'll be graduating with my bachelor's degree. My bag holds the most significant items and memories to me, such as me dressed as a princess from a Disney character, my competition cheer bow that represented one of the strongest women I ever knew, and then my mom's stethoscope. and these are the memories that I will cherish forever, and this is how I became the person I am today. Thank you.